Hey guys, what's up? Cardfight here, and today I'm here with the Pale Moon deck profile. This is a Luquier Shrine deck. I've been away for a long time because I had exams, but finally I'm here, so let's get right into the deck profile. So starting Vanguard, we run Emil. Skill is put her in a soul, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, and then choose one grade 3, grade 2, and grade 1 with Silverthorn in its name and put it into soul. And then you shuffle your deck. So she helps you thin your deck. She is very, very efficient at deck thinning, so it's pretty good. Yeah, you might want to. Sometimes you call her out again to use her effect again, but you have to watch out because your deck does get pretty thin by the end of the game, so you gotta watch out. So yeah. Next we run 4 Venus Queen Luquiers. She's the main ride for the deck, although it doesn't really matter if you ride her or Luquier reverse, because all you really want is the cross ride. Since you don't really use her limit break, since, as I said before, as I should mention, this is a rush deck, so a lot of times you won't actually get to 4 damage by the time you kill your opponent, so there's that. Because most of the time you'll be striding and not limit breaking, so yeah. And for the rest of the grade 3s, we run 3 vanilla Luquiers and 1 Luquier reverse. Mainly running her, again, for the cross ride. So you have 5 units that can cross ride, and you're running 3 of the vanilla because it's pretty easy to get her soul. There's a lot of ways to do it, so you don't actually need to ride her. But running 3, I find it very consistent, and most of the games you will be in cross ride, so you will have that 13k defense, which is very handy. It's one of the reasons why I like to play this deck. It's a very defensive deck, and not only is it defensive, but you can also rush early game, so it's pretty nice. Next, running 3 Maracas. Again, this is a rush card. Skill is Vanguard, Rearguard Circle. Kind of last one, when this card attack hits, you can choose, well, while you have a Pale Moon Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose a unit in your soul with Silverthorn in its name, call it to a Rearguard Circle, and at the end of the turn, it goes back into soul. So, early game, you attack, you try to rush with her, get some attack in, and then kind of last one to call another unit out to, you know, do some shenanigans. But yeah, you can get some nice columns out if you have the Silverthorn version of the Purple Trapeze in your soul. Next, we're running 4 of the 12k attackers. Early game, when you're in grade 2, you can actually form some 19k columns really easily, so you can get some early damage in, which is really nice. So yeah. Next, we're running 4 Upright Lions. Skill is whenever a Silverthorn unit is called to Rearguard Circle from your soul, while you have a Pale Moon Vanguard, this card gets plus 3,000 power for every other units besides him. So if you use her combo or her skill, he will get the skill off, counting every unit except for himself. So he is a pretty big attacker if you play your cards right. Yeah, so it just punches your opponent harder. Next, we're running 3 of the Soul Charge cards. When this card's played on the Vanguard Rearguard Circle, Vanguard or Rearguard Circle, you can look at the top 2 cards of your deck and then choose a Silverthorn unit and put it in your soul, and then put the rest of the cards to the bottom of your deck. So again, this card is used for thinning out your deck, and with her you can try to find some Luquiers to get your cross ride off, or prepare your cross ride earlier, so when you ride into your grade 3 you can have that to have that beefy cross-ride defense already. So yeah, Yurina is pretty good card. Next we're running 3 Annas. Anna's her skill is pretty similar to Marika's, except it's a on boost effect. Anna's one when this card boosts a pale unit and you hit the Vanguard, you can choose a Silverthorn unit in your soul and call it to a rearguard circle, and at the end of the turn it goes back into the soul. So it's a rush card. You can use it in grade 2 to get some extra attacks in if you have the damage to do it. So yeah. Next we're running 4 Zelmas. Zelma is the Purple Trapeze clone with 7k base, so it's pretty strong. When this card's called to the place on the rearguard circle, if you're Pelman Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose a card except for this card in your soul. Kick a card back. Kick a card into your soul, and then choose a card that's not this card and pull it back out. So you can help pump up your upright lines a bit more with her skill. If I was playing the Brick Red combo, this card would be extremely useful, but I'm not playing Brick Red combo because, as I said before, I find that combo a bit too slow since we don't have the Limit Break enablers yet. The build will probably change quite drastically once we do get the Limit Break enabler, so I'll definitely be making a deck profile then. But for now, this is heavily focused on strides, so yeah. Next we're running 4 Purple Guards because we don't have Quintet Walls, I don't think. And I wouldn't run Quintet Walls anyway, but yeah, 4 Purple Guards. Crits, we're running 8. We do not run stands in this deck because, well, honestly, I think stands only work well with upright lines. I mean, you do get some extra attacks off if you get stand her and if you hit, but I feel like crits are more useful throughout the whole game, while stands mainly are useful late game. And as I said before, this is a rush deck, so a lot of times you want to crit your opponent to 5 damage and then beat them up with huge numbers rather than slowly attacking with stands. I don't know, it's just a personal preference. I know a lot of people like to run stands, but I just don't really like it. Run 4 draw triggers and 4 heal triggers. So I don't know, the main reasoning for me not running stands is because with strides you get triple check, and if you get a double crit, it is going to help you a lot more than double stands, or you know, a crit and a stand, in my opinion. So that's how I view strides. It's with in the stride era, I just feel like running crits are more useful than running stands, because it is more likely that you'll hit double crits now since you have 3 checks, and you know, double crits usually end games, so I'd rather just end the game right there than to, you know, burn cards out of my opponent's hand. So yeah. So for the G zone, we run 1 Atmos, 1 Blizza, 3 Cliffords, and 3 Luquiers. Luquier skill is not a G Persona Blast, so you don't need to run 4. In fact, a lot of times I'm going to use her twice, because her skill is choose 2 of your rear guards and put them in your soul. If you have a Luquier Vanguard, you may soul charge 2 and then choose 2 Silverthorn units in your soul and call them to rear guard circle. So mainly she's used to correct your fields. So for example, if you have a really crappy hand, you might want to call Luquier out and put her into soul so you can get that cross ride. Or if you have some draw triggers in your hand, you can swap your draw triggers out for some nice attackers. There's a lot of times what you're going to do, just correcting your field and making your field more usable. It is an activation skill, so you can only use this during the main phase. I saw some people ask me, oh, this goes so OP because you can use it during battle phase, but no, you can't. That would be much better, but for now, I think she's a decent card. She's not like super good, but she's quite good, quite usable. She is what she is. Clifford, on the other hand, is actually a very strong card. When you on hit, you can choose a grade 2 or below from your soul and call it. So, and then you get plus 2,000 power. So he's the unit that you'll call out. You'll stride into most of the early game because he does help you get some extra attacks in. And the unit that he calls out is permanent, so it is a +1. So it's quite nice. Yeah, Clifford. There are plays where you can form some pretty nice columns early game. For example, if you have him out on the field, he's a 12k attacker, right? So if you hit with this, you can just choose any 7k booster. For example, you might want to pick her out because she does help have that skill. So it becomes a 21k column. Your opponent might not guard it, so you get an extra attack in with this one. So you might call a Zelma out here, Zelma, and then you kick your whatever grade 2 you attacked with already. So you might have attacked with Marika already. So Marika's rest, you kick it back in, and then you use Zelma to kick another unit out, for example, another 12k attacker. So then you get another 19k column, which will force another 10k guard of your opponent's hand if they didn't get any triggers, which is quite nice. So as you can see, you can get a lot of attacks out quite easily. Although, of course, again, this is not the break ride combo where you get, you know, guaranteed attacks if you have the right setup. But this deck is what it is. It does get rid of cards out of your opponent's hand quite fast and quite efficiently while you maintain your own field. So it's pretty good. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this deck profile. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back with more videos soon. This is Kartaku, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!